Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Alyssa. I'm a 25-year-old new grad nurse working in California, and today I thought it'd be fun to share what I spend in a month as a new grad nurse. You guys seem to like my last video of budgeting, so I thought I would do another finance inspired video, if you will. I am no financial advisor, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is just how much I personally spend and how I budget my money. While we are on the topic of what I spend in a week as a nurse, I figured I would give you guys a good resource to use to help you pass the NCLEX and become a nurse, and that is today's sponsor, NCLEX Bootcamp. Thank you so much to NCLEX Bootcamp for sponsoring today's video. They are an incredible study resource to use to help you pass the NCLEX the first time in 85 questions. I love their platform because they are super affordable. They give you tons of practice questions, tons of case studies, and they also have a bunch of different cheat sheets, which is one of my absolute favorite features that they have. And honestly, this would have helped me so much in nursing school as well because their cheat sheets are so simple and easy to look at. I will show you guys. They have a ton, as you can see, for basically any topic you can think of. So for instance, if you're struggling with pharmacology, you can just click on the pharmacology tab and they have a bunch of different drug categories to choose from. So say you want to really focus on antidepressants because you're struggling in that category, you can just download the cheat sheet and they have all the different antidepressants on here. They have a bunch of different charts and graphs on each cheat sheet that make it really easy and simple to look at and to figure out what is the most important information that you need to know for the NCLEX. I love that they have a little box at the bottom that has NCLEX star points. So these are topics in this category that will likely show up on your NCLEX, so they wanted to hone in on these points. I also love that they added little rhymes. So for anticholinergic side effects, they have remember the rhyme: can't see, can't pee, can't spit, can't poo, basically. And I actually use that to remember those anticholinergic side effects, and it helps me. So that's just one of the many cheat sheets that they have. So let's go into another one. I definitely struggled in the maternal and newborn health department, so let's go into this. They have a whole thing on placenta previa and placental abruption, and I saw this topic multiple times on my NCLEX, so this one definitely helps me out. I'm definitely someone that pictures things in my brain, so when there's pictures on a cheat sheet, it really helps me. When I was taking my actual NCLEX, I could kind of like picture things from the cheat sheet and it would help me remember. They have a little comparison table of placenta previa versus abruption. So with placenta previa, you're gonna have bright red bleeding versus placental abruption, you will have dark red bleeding. And then at the bottom of this one, they have some questions and the answers down below, so kind of for you to practice at the end of your cheat sheet. So if you guys would like to try out NCLEX Bootcamp, I will leave the link in my description and here on the screen for you to receive 10% off any of NCLEX Bootcamp subscriptions. Thank you to NCLEX Bootcamp for helping me pass my NCLEX and for sponsoring today's video. Now back to it. I actually just recently made a new budget tracker that I will leave in the description down below, but let me show you guys. I use a little YouTube tutorial to make this, but basically I just have my financial overview, my fixed expenses, my wants, income, savings, and then any debt that I may potentially have. I do like to budget my money on a monthly basis just to kind of see where things are going, not necessarily be too strict on myself, but I like to have a general idea of where I'm spending most of my money, and it definitely varies every month, but I do have my fixed expenses like I said, and we will go through all of those today. My wants kind of vary from month to month, so for this, why is my camera not focusing? Hello. So for this past month in October, I did spend a lot of money on Taylor Swift stuff because I actually went to the Eras tour. So I feel like it's a little bit different, but this is generally what I spend in a month. So what I like to do first when I budget my paychecks is I go into my monthly budget spreadsheet and I just put in my income for the month. So I have 3 different columns. One is budget, one is actual, and then the difference is automatically calculated. But I like to put in a number for a budget that I think I'm going to be making or spending. So the financial overview section, it actually automatically calculates. So for instance, my income for my first paycheck, I said $3,000 because as a nurse, I work 3 12-hour shifts a week, and typically I make around the same amount. I get paid bi-weekly, so usually I make around $3,000, but sometimes it varies a little bit. Like if I'm attending some new grad classes, then I will make a little bit more on that paycheck because we do get paid for those new grad classes. Whereas if I just work my 3 12-hour shifts, then I usually get paid a little bit less than the $3,000. So I just kind of like to put that number in there, just have an idea of an estimate of what I'm gonna make. And then I also add my social media in there, so this varies so much. Some months I will literally make $0 and then the next month I'll make $2,000, so it really does vary. And this number is definitely just an estimate. I just put 1,000 in there because I feel like that's kind of a good average on how much I make a month on social media, and that's like all my sources of social media income. So like my YouTube AdSense, my TikTok creator program, brand deals, Amazon Amazon affiliates, all of that. So in total this month, I put down $7,000 for my budgeted income, and then I actually made $8,040. So that was good. I made an extra $1,000 versus what I put in. And then pretty much immediately after I get paid, I like to pay myself first. So $500 always goes to my Roth IRA every single month, and then half of my nursing income goes into my savings automatically. So I set that up when I first got my job. I basically just had 2 bank accounts. When I filled out my direct deposit form, I put 2 different bank accounts. So one of them is my high yield savings account, and then my other is my checking account. That way I automatically am saving half of my nursing income. So I literally don't even look at it, and I just pretend that I never made that money, and I made only half of what I made, if that makes sense. And then another way I save is through interest. So my high yield savings account, it does accrue interest over time. So every single month they pay out in interest. So this one I just wrote a budgeted amount of $60, but usually it does increase every single month as long as my savings balance is increasing. So this month I made $65.85 in interest, which I highly recommend signing up for a high yield savings account if you guys haven't already, because the amount of interest that you accrue in a high yield savings account versus a normal savings account is a lot. Like $65 for interest, that is a lot of money, versus like when I had my savings account through Travis, I think they pay like 0.1%, and I was making like 10 cents a month, like literally nothing. And then the next thing I do is I go through my credit card statement. So this is the fun part on where we actually figure out how much money I spent in the month of October. I know this video is going up like late November, but I just got this idea to film this video, so we're just doing October, and I still haven't put in all my expenses for October, so I thought we'd just do that together. Hopefully this video isn't all over the place already. Okay, let's start with my fixed expenses. My first fixed expense is my rent. So I do rent a place on Furnish Finder in the Central Valley, the area that I work in. If you guys are new here, I do drive 3 hours to where I work, but I am renting a place, so I'm pretty much living there half the time and then living in my house in Sacramento half the time. So here I don't pay any rent, but there I pay $1,000 for a room. But that pretty much stays the same every month. So I budgeted $1,000 and I spent $1,000 on rent. Next we have groceries. This definitely varies every month, but I do like to budget $500 for groceries. Groceries are so freaking expensive these days, but I try my best to like only buy what I need and always make a list. I always like to plan out my meals before I go grocery shopping as well. That way I'm only buying the ingredients I need, and I always shop my fridge first, so I look and see what I have in my fridge before I go to the grocery store. And I like to put all my groceries on my Amex credit card, because I think you get 4x points for shopping at grocery stores and dining out pretty much. And you guys, I did not realize how many points I had on my Amex card. I literally just booked a trip yesterday to Montana for this upcoming year, and it covered me and my fiance's round trip ticket to Montana, like all my points, and I still have points left over. Like, that's insane. I've only had this credit card for like not even 6 months. I'm very pleased so far. It does have a large annual fee. It's like $300, but the flights would have been $800, so it already kind of paid for itself. So like I said, I like to budget $500 for groceries a month, and this month I spent $475.42, which was good. It's a little bit under budget, but I like when it's like near budget, because then I know, okay, I'm budgeting the right amount for this. Some months I do spend a little bit more on groceries, just depending on if I am also buying groceries for my fiance, because sometimes he will do his own grocery shopping and then I'll do my own, so I save money if we do it like that. But obviously I like to make his life easier, so sometimes I do buy for him as well. For gas, I budget $200 a month. I also do fill up my tank a lot, but I drive a hybrid, so it's not that expensive to fill it up, even though I live in California, so gas is expensive. But the fact that I drive a hybrid, I am saving a little bit more. I do fill up my tank probably a good 8-9 times a month, like twice a week, because I drive all the way to the Central Valley, which is a lot of miles. So I do put a lot of miles on my car, but I did spend $199.75. That was literally like perfectly on budget, basically. For subscriptions, I have multiple Apple subscriptions. I pay for storage, which I just upgraded my storage, you guys. I keep doing this because I don't want to sit here and go through all of my photos and videos. I have like 100,000, and obviously I create content every single day, so just having the storage is just easier for me, and I'd rather pay than waste my time every day and get that notification that says you're out of storage, because it literally, truly, there's nothing worse. There's truly nothing worse. So I pay $30 a month for storage, which is excessive, I know. I think it's like 6 terabytes, but I really hope I never run out, or I hope it's at least a few years. What other subscriptions do I have? I also have Epidemic Sound. Sound, which is $17.99. That's just like a music thing that I pay for my YouTube videos. And then I also pay for Kindle Unlimited, which I actually might cancel because I haven't been using it as much as I thought I was going to, because I actually use Libby a lot more, which is the library app, which basically you get free books from that. So I might just cancel my Kindle Unlimited because it's $11.99 a month. My fiance actually pays for our ButcherBox subscription, but he just put my credit card on there, so I'm gonna have to add a lot of money to my subscription because I think ButcherBox is like $150 a month. I forgot to mention that. I do pay for groceries, but we also get ButcherBox, which pays for all of our meat, so I'll have to add that in there somewhere. Next is pet insurance. I pay $42.91. I have FIGO pet insurance, but I actually might switch to AAA because it's a little bit cheaper, so I'm working on canceling my membership for that because I think AAA is like $28 a month, so might as well save where we can, right? And then next I put car, $50. This includes like oil changes, getting my car washed, things like that, random car expenses. Obviously I don't need an oil change every single month, but I did get an oil change this month, so it was $73.42, including one car wash. So I just kind of budget $50 because I may need it, I may not, I don't know. Next is ClassPass. ClassPass basically gives me access to all the different fitness classes in my area that use ClassPass. This subscription is 100% worth it, and I don't think I will ever cancel it because I get to go to like 10 classes a month with this ClassPass membership. I also like to work out at home as well, so I kind of do both, but I get to go to like yoga classes, Pilates classes, strength classes, literally anything I want that's in my area. So $59 is what I pay for that. And then I have my BSN class, which in a couple months this will no longer be an expense. Thank the Lord. So right now I'm paying $1,390 on my BSN class. But actually my workplace offers tuition reimbursement after 6 months of employment, which I literally just hit my 6 months a couple weeks ago. So I applied for that and they granted me approval, so I should get payment back for 2 classes. So I do have to pay for them, but then they're gonna reimburse me, which is really nice, and that'll give me back at least $2,500. So that'll be good. In February I'm actually done with my BSN, so I'm excited for that. And then next I have phone bills. I pay for mine and my fiance's phone bills, and this includes phone insurance, and then I think our like payment plan, and then our Wi-Fi as well. It's all on my dad's account, so I just Venmo him every month $154. I don't even know what this really includes, but I trust him. Okay, moving on to our wants category. This is where things get a little crazy. So I budget $300 a month for shopping. This is just random clothes that I want to buy, gifts, which obviously during Christmas and holiday season it's gonna go up because $300 is probably not gonna cut it, but for now $300. And in October I spent $653.39, which is a lot, but I did buy a pair of fake scrubs, which are expensive. I bought a Taylor Swift merch hoodie, which was like $80. Her merch is so expensive, but I really wanted it. This also includes all my various Target runs, all my Amazon purchases, so that's a lot. Next I have beauty related things. This includes like getting my hair done, getting my nails done, things like that. I don't always use this money because I don't get my nails done anymore. I do my own nails at home, which right now I have nothing because work has been really strict lately about us not having gel nails. So it's very sad, honestly, because I really like having my nails done. Like I feel like a little boy when I don't have them done, but it's fine. This month I got my haircut, which was $40.50, so I did use some of that money. Next we have coffee. I like to budget $40 for this. I make most of my coffees at home, which saves me a lot of money, and me and my fiance kind of alternate on buying our Nespresso order because that's what we use. But in October I didn't buy any Nespresso pods because my fiance bought them. So this is all like takeout coffee, so Dutch Bros, Starbucks, any local coffee shop. I spent $63.24. This did include reloading my Starbucks card, and I think I put like $20 on there. So there's that. And then next we have takeout. I do try to mostly make all my meals at home, but we do go out to eat like at least once a week. So I do budget $200 for this. We did go to one nice dinner, which was $100. So we did end up spending $213.40. And this as well, me and my fiance kind of alternate between who pays for the takeout, so we did spend more together, but that's all I spent was $213, which is still over budget, but only a little bit. Next I have events. This is just random event things. I don't even know what I meant by this category, but I bought movie tickets for me and my fiance for $36.36, so I included that in that little category. Okay, we're gonna skip over income because I already talked about that, and also savings. And I currently do not have any debt, which is awesome. If you do, there's a little category for debt as well. So in total, I did go over budget by like $335, which is not a huge deal, honestly. I could definitely cut on shopping a little bit, but your girl likes to shop, okay? I like to shop with my nursing money. So yeah, that is basically everything that I spend in a week as a 25-year-old new grad nurse. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, I will leave this budget template linked down below for you guys to use if you would like to. I think it's very convenient, and it kind of like automates things for you, like automatically calculates things, so you can put in your own categories, obviously. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know down below if you like videos like this. I like to like switch it up every once in a while from my week in the life as a nurse videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.